in an uncertain world. It is a fact that human beings need certainty. Here's another fact. A politician, someone you're dating, they can't really give you certainty. You can give yourself all the certainty you need. Hey, this is Marisa, just dropping in to talk about how you can have certainty in an uncertain world. You see, certainty is a need. Human beings need certainty. We need to be certain that we can pay the bills, that we have a job, that we can keep our home, that the people we love us. And when certainty is removed, it really throws people a huge curveball. 9/11 did that. When AIDS was an epidemic, people had terrible uncertainty because they kept saying, well, everyone is going to know someone who dies this terrible death. And then, of course, we had Brexit. We had the American elections. We had COVID. In the last 2 years, we have had so much uncertainty, and it really affects people who say, well, what if I lose my business? What if I'm cooped up with my partner and kids, and in the end, I just want to leave them? What if I don't see my boyfriend, girlfriend for so long that they lose interest? And when you're living in an uncertain world, the only thing you can ever do is be the certainty you're looking for. Let's imagine you have a kid. And I had that with my daughter. She was applying for several schools. She didn't get into the one she wanted, and she felt terrible. And I had to keep saying, darling, it's okay. You're going to go to an amazing school and have lots of friends. This isn't the only school. You must, in uncertain times, give yourself certainty. I don't know if this job's going to work out, but I do know I'll find another job that will work out. I'm not sure if this is the right relationship, but I know I'm going to find an amazing person, my person. We're going to have a great relationship. I have no idea what's going on in the world, and it's a little scary, but hey, in my world, I come home, I shut the door, I make a lovely dinner, I sit down with my family, we watch a movie, maybe we play cards, or maybe we just talk. And it's really important when there is uncertainty to give yourself certainty. Everything is going to be all right. There's a great song by E17 called All Right, All Right. It's really all right. And a couple of years ago, I sold my house in London and bought an apartment with my husband, and we had to remodel it, and everything went wrong. Everything that could go wrong went wrong, and it was stressful, but okay. And then finally it was finished, and then we moved to America, and we had an amazing house, and it got completely flooded. We're like, oh no, here we are again. The very thing I didn't want, I'm now dealing with contractors and another remodel. The whole house is flooded top to bottom, and they said it would take 3 months, and it still a year later wasn't finished. And all I could do is go, it's okay. This is a lovely home. It'll be back to how it was. I'm renting a nice home up the road, and I get to go and see it every day, even though the contractors were often not there. And I think, okay, I can walk to my house going, this is driving me crazy. My builders never tell me the truth. They're never there. I could go, it's okay. I will move back into my home. It will be lovely. I don't know if it's going to be this month or next month or in 3 months, but it's okay. And so you have to keep giving yourself something. I don't know what this person I'm dating thinks of me, but I know what I think of me. I'm amazing. I'm warm. I'm caring. I'm wonderful. And I know I'm going to be with someone who sees that, because you see, when you give someone else a job, hey, can you make me feel secure? Can you tell me everything's going to be okay? Can you promise me I'll never lose my job? Can you promise me you'll never leave me, never get bored with me? Can you promise me everything's going to be okay? No, nobody can promise. The day I had my baby, I remember thinking, wow, I love this baby so much. If anything happened to her, what would I do? I'd be so vulnerable. But I also knew that that wasn't a good enough reason not to have a baby. Don't look for someone out there to give you certainty. Give it to yourself. This issue will pass. This time will pass. This will pass. Everything's going to be okay. You see, with COVID, half the world absolutely hated it. I hate it. I feel like I'm in jail. The other half said, I love it. I'm cooking with my kids. I'm having time at home. I'm not on the commute. And we all had the same experience. Well, not quite the same. I guess if you have a house and a garden, it's not the same as living in an apartment with no outside space, but we all had to stay home. Half of us loved it, half of us didn't. And what that tells you is it's not the event, it's how you feel. People say, if that politician gets elected in to be our president, I'm off, I'm leaving. But they don't. They say, I'm going to leave, I'm going to a different country. I could never be governed by that person. And when that person's voted, and they go, well, it wasn't what I wanted, but I'm actually not relocating to another country. I'm staying here. I'm just getting on with my life. I'm looking for certainty in other areas of my life. So in uncertain times, you absolutely must, you have to give yourself the certainty you want. There will always be something unpredictable. Even as much as you having a lovely baby, and that baby becomes a teenager that goes out, that doesn't come home when you expect, that dates someone that you can't stand, and then they fail their exams or can't get a job or don't have money. There will always be unpredictable times. The people you love get ill. Both my parents died within 3 months of each other, and one of my dearest friends died too, all in the same time. I remember my sister saying, gosh, I'm glad we only have 2 parents. I couldn't go through that again. But you can go through it. It was okay. I had to keep remembering how lucky I was to have my parents for so long. But there's always something unpredictable happening. I was in the middle of my London course when I got a call saying your mum isn't going to make it through the night. And I got in my car and I drove to see her, and she did make it through the night, but she died the next day. Then I was in Canada. I got another call saying your dad, we don't think he's going to make it. And I'm like, oh, wow, I'm in the middle of my course. Shall I fly back? Shall I stay? So much uncertainty, but I decided I would be the certainty. And I finished that course and flew back, and my dad was still alive. And I had all the time I needed with him to say everything I wanted to say. And he said to me, I've lived a great life. And I thought, that's right. I could be so sad he's gone, or I could be so pleased I had him for such a long time. And he had a nice death, if you can have a nice death. He had everyone around him. He talked about how wonderful his life has been because he was a head teacher. So even when something is unpredictable, uncertain, and we've had a lot of things happening this year that we certainly didn't plan, that were really unpredictable, but all we can do is say, this will pass. Everything's going to be okay. I know everything will be okay because I can give myself some of the things I love. I love reading. I love having dinners with friends. I love having people over. I love watching a movie, and that's all still happening. I love cooking nice things and having people over. So all the things I love, going for a bike ride, paddleboarding, that's my certainty. And you can always give yourself certainty. Still work out if you love working out. Listen to music, read books, eat good food, have good people around you, and remember that you have the power to keep giving yourself certainty in an uncertain world. It is a fact that human beings need certainty. Here's another fact. A politician, someone you're dating, they can't really give you certainty. You can give yourself all the certainty you need. In an uncertain world, go inside. And when you do that, you'll show your children and your friends how to do that. They'll say to me, gosh, you're always so calm. I'm not sure that's true. But it is true that I give myself the certainty. I remember being on my honeymoon and they had some hurricane and we couldn't leave the island, and it was all a bit of a challenge. But we ended up just staying there. We had a great time. Last year when my house was flooded, I was in England and I couldn't get back into America because of COVID. And I'm like, oh, that's super annoying. I have to go back because my house is flooded. I was in America. My little girl's dad died. We flew back to London. He was still alive, got to see him. And then very sadly, he died. And then we were stuck in the UK with a flooded home in America. And the only way we could get back into America was go to Turkey. I don't want to go to Turkey. I don't want to go to Turkey for 2 weeks. I want to fly back to America. We had to go to Turkey. We had the best time. It was amazing. I ended up actually not even wanting to leave and thinking, maybe I can stay a bit longer, because it was just so lovely and so amazing. I didn't want to be there, but I loved it so much. I was tempted to extend it because I didn't get to see all the places I wanted. And I came back and dealt with my house, which I'm now back in. And actually, it's lovely. After my house flooded, I got to put in a new floor and a new bathroom. It's amazing. You must be the certainty you're looking for yourself and for people that depend on you. You know, sometimes we have someone who's sick and we go, it's going to be okay. When I was diagnosed with cancer twice, that's really scary. But again, I had to be that certainty. I knew within 2 days, I'm going to be okay. I'm staying here. I'm not going anywhere. And I was reading a magazine, and as I read it, I thought, oh, I was reading this magazine called Icon, which I really recommend you get if you happen to be dealing with that. It comes from a website called www.canceractive.com. And as I read this magazine, I'm thinking, wow, I can take that vitamin, I can take that supplement, I can do this, I can do that. And it was showing me so many options that I could do to fight back, to win, to stay here, to live. And when I read that magazine with all the options, I thought, oh, well, I didn't feel uncertain. I felt certain. I've got so many things that I can do to make me better. And I was determined, because even when you're giving a doctor your body to operate on, you still get to choose to believe the surgery is going to be great. I'm going to sail through it. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to recover super fast. This is only stage 1. How lucky I am. It's in my womb. I don't need a womb. They can just take my womb away. It served its purpose. So even in the most uncertain times, being diagnosed with something unpredictable and scary like cancer, you still can be the certain to say to my daughter, darling, I'm going to be just fine. This is a blip. I will bounce back. Because I needed to give her certainty, but I had to first give it to myself. And we all have the power to do that. So remember, in uncertain times, you are the certainty you need. You're the certainty other people need, and other people, as you have certainty, will also follow your lead and become more certain too. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you very soon.